It is officially the school summer holidays, so we're doing a chatty little beginning of summer vlog. Hi, if we've not met before, I am Ree from mummyof4.com. I have 4 children, hence the name of the channel, the blog and all the things. Our eldest is in uni, so it's kind of stayed around there. We're catching up with him over the summer, but he's not home for the whole summer, he's just kind of back and forth. But I have got my 3 little ones home for summer. So we're going to start off the summer by making some bucket lists and some plans. I have got some printables for you that we're going to be using. So let's go through these printables and make some lists, make some plans so that we can have the best summer ever, hopefully. If not, just maximize the time. We're going to try and have a bit of balance this summer between all the fun things I want to do with the children, actually getting some work done, attempting to be guilt-free with that. But let's start off with getting the children in and making these very specific summer lists. So these are my 3 little, well, some of them not so little ones actually. Zara, not as little as you were. Are you? Not quite as little as you were. Bella, look, next to me, I'm 5'4". And do you know what's really disturbing? Trying to grow a bit, trying to... No, that's tiptoes. Flat feet. Look, back to back. Well, go back to back.
Hey, if you put me on your shoulders, you'll be taller.
Are you on tiptoes?
Mummy, you're taller. You're taller.
Are you sure?
Yes, you're taller. I promise.
Look at my feet if you want.
Mummy, if you put me on your shoulders, then you'll be
between us, we could totally be taller than William. Anyway, let's get some stuff written out and planned out for our summer, shall we? Come on, let's go to the dining room. We've got sheets here. We've got some summer rules, which I think you guys should decide what they should be. And then we've got some things we want to do, some things we need to do, some things we should do, but it doesn't matter if we don't get to them. And then some summer challenges. So which one should we start with? Need to do? Okay,
one.
need to do.
I need to go get my
I
pen.
wasn't doing it.
You do need to go and get your pen. Who wants to write on need to do?
Me.
There we go. Okay. On the want to do one, we're going to split this into 2 columns. We're going to write 3 things we want to do and paid for things we want to do. So if there are, like, say you want to go to the cinema or whatever, then that's a paid for thing. And a lot of the things, the rainy day things, tend to be more paid for things. So say picnic, that could be a want to do thing on the free column. So Belle, do you want to be in charge of want to do? Do you want to write free at the top of one side and paid for at the other side? Well, do you want to be in charge of the summer
William
rules?
should have need to do because he's the most sensible.
What do you think? Let's start with the summer rules then. Well, everyone, what do you think the first summer rule should be?
Mainly quite common sense stuff, but like be kind.
Be kind to each other. Do you know what? Being kind to each other would be great because
I really didn't think
not so much you, but you two are either best of friends or trying to kill each other, aren't you? Yeah. So be kind to each other. Okay. Any other summer rules?
Oh, blue.
I don't know,
I
really.
would be really grateful if when I was asking you to do things, because normally it's asking you to do things like let's get your shoes so we can go somewhere fun, you could listen. I mean, that would be really helpful.
So listen to our mummy.
Listen to mummy and daddy. That would be really helpful for me. See, it's not loads of rules, is it? It's just, there we go, listen. And then generally something we do through the summer is we still have like a Monday to Friday kind of bedtime getting up schedule on a weekend because that way it's less to adjust back to. So perhaps just, bedtime, going
sensible bedtime.
Sensible bedtimes. I just find that doing it that way round is a lot less of a transition, especially when there's neurodivergence involved, because all 4 of you have autism, don't you, including Dylan. Ultimately, when the wheels come off a little bit when we have if we have no routine for 6 weeks, then the wheels do come off. Yes, darling.
But mummy, can we sometimes, like, if we have lots of our family that don't live with us come over, we sometimes stay up like a bit later?
Of course, but we normally organise that for the weekends anyway, so that's of course we can. We can swap things around. It's not absolutely set in stone. We're just going to have a rough guideline, okay? Right. Bella's got 3.
I got one.
Oh, sorry, you've got one.
Follow the need to do's.
Follow the need to do.
Yeah.
There we go.
I know.
Okay.
Play. We have to play.
Okay, you need to play. Yes.
Yeah,
Now,
we
one
need
of the
to
things
play.
we need to do, we need to get organised for our cruise. At the end of August, we are sailing on the Disney Dream. So what things do we need to do for organising for our cruise? I have got a full cruise planner where we go into this in depth, but which things do you guys need to be involved in? Yes, Zara.
I'm trying on the out.
Yeah, you need to try on all the outfits to make sure everything
Should I
fits.
write that down?
Yes, please, darling. we need to try on the outfits to make it sure there's no scratchy labels and things, because even if, well, sometimes something might, or you might put it on and maybe it's had a hole in it in the wash. So by trying things on before we pack them, it does mean that there's less problems when we get there. Bella, that's beautiful artwork you're writing around free. Have we got any free things to do? We'd like to do
Just movies.
movie afternoons. Yes,
Well,
movie afternoons.
if you
are
count
fun.
Disney Plus as free.
Well, yes, because it's already paid for. It's not an additional cost, is it? Bella, can you write movie afternoons or in the free? Please, Bella's doing a beautiful job here. We haven't actually got to write anything out yet, but it is very neat.
I spelled jar.
The jar.
Picture.
The picture. Try on the picture. What? I don't understand.
I accidentally wrote giant.
Try on the outfit. There we go. Just that's a marvellous mistake. Don't worry. Okay. Any other things? Do you want to write some stuff we should do, or some summer challenge as well? So the other things we've got are, we've got a list of summer challenges. Maybe like how many books you can read, like how many books you could read, whether we could challenge ourselves to get a room organised. Maybe that's
Maybe
what
I
we
can
should
challenge
do.
myself to increase the power of my Locana deck.
Challenge.
Oh, what a surprise. William managed to turn the conversation. Locana. Locana's some card game he loves. Okay. Other things we need to do. We need to try on the outfits. We need to pack, which mostly is Mummy, but you guys need to help me with a little bit. I mostly do the packing. You guys bring me baskets of pants, socks, things like that, don't you?
Mummy, we also need to do the back to school stock.
We definitely do. That's a really good one.
That is a need to do.
So my back to school stock take, that will be a totally separate video for that. But in short, we pull out all of the uniform, all of the stuff they currently have before we do any back to school shopping, because when I haven't done this in previous years, I've ended up buying stuff we didn't need, doubling up and wasting money. So that will be a separate video. And we pull everything out, we check what fits, what doesn't fit, certainly if there's hand-me-downs and things that, and sometimes it's like you had a new school bag about 2 months ago because your other one kind of disintegrated, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
So we need to
Wasn't
look
very good,
at
that other one.
whether you need another school bag for September, or maybe you keep using that one and then I buy you a new one when that disintegrates. So we need to have a
think
look at stuff like that.
I think that would be good.
That would be good.
There's something Daddy needs to do. He needs to finish the summer house. So
Yeah, the summer house, the garden room. I feel a bit silly calling it summer house. We don't have a very long summer, but we'll show you a little bit of the update on how that's going. It is going really, really well. After the back to school stock take, I was going to say back to school shopping.
Yeah.
Back to school prep. So getting everything ready. Right, so paid for activities, cinema,
just anything where
theme
we
parks,
go to like town.
things
and
like
stuff.
that. Yeah, out for lunch. The idea is then with these bucket lists, we can do some. I don't know if you can think of anything we should do. Well, to write on there, you can jot down.
Okay.
The idea is, if we're having one of those days, it's like, I'm bored. Well, you can go through these lists. The summer bucket list on the want to do. Picnic at the park. How about board games? Games.
That's free.
I'm going to put exercise on the should.
That's a good one. That is a good
It's
one.
a good balancing
That is a good one.
Echo.
How about on the
That's
summer
like just
challenges? Some sort of exercise challenge?
Yeah.
I know. Everybody has to try every day to exercise during the summer.
Summer challenges.
Maybe should do
they
get
have to keep
creative
their arms
some
up.
way.
Sorry, Johnny.
Maybe be creative in some way.
Yes. What, every
As
day?
a should do. Not every
Should
day,
be
but
creative.
like occasionally.
Okay. We need to, and ideally we need to get outside every day. That's obviously going to be dependent on the weather.
Eat healthily.
Yes. Yeah. I was thinking more specific
I know.
things than general things. More like I should reorganise my office. I don't have to if I don't get to it. That kind of thing. I mean, I don't actually need to reorganise my office, but that kind of thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So, do craft and make cakes can go on the want to do list. That's perfect. Right, guys, keep going with these.
So there.
Keep going with these, and then we'll have a look at the end. So, guys, you carry on brainstorming with those now, and then we can add to them as we think of other ideas, and then we've just got somewhere to go in the summer when we're not quite sure what we should be doing. I am going to change out of my workout gear in a minute, but first, some more workout gear. If you saw my monthly favourites, I did a favourites of July video. First of all, do you want to see more monthly favourites or not? I haven't done one for ages. I had requests for it, did the video. Go and watch that video and tell me if you enjoyed it. But in that video, I talked about my current favourite leggings. So these I've got in various colours. They've got pockets. They're kind of Lululemon Align dupes, but I really, really like them. They do have a front seam on them. It hasn't really bothered me until I kept seeing Blogger Lattes and Popflex all over my YouTube, all over my Instagram. I don't go on TikTok. I'm 40 and I just like, I feel like I'm a bit late to the party on TikTok. I technically sometimes stuff posts from like my scheduling software to TikTok. So it might look like I'm on TikTok, but I'm not really on TikTok. Anyway, I'm sure she's all over TikTok too. But she kept showing these leggings that, and all her products actually, that sort of solve problems. So she removed the front seam, the pockets are really big, all this kind of stuff. So her products looked amazing, and they had a 4th of July sale. So I did order some bits to have a look at. First of all, it says work out or not, but make it cute, and please reuse this bag. So it's all like quite sustainable sort of messaging. I got 3 items. Like I said, there was a sale. Was it? I think I had 20% off, but it was literally for that day. One thing I will say is the shipping took quite a long time. I think it's between 11 and 18 days because it's shipped from the States. I think when I looked at it, if I have to return things, I have to do that at my own expense because I'm outside the United States. So fingers crossed this stuff's good. Anyway, this says, I'm a vegetable. I'm made of corn, which is more sustainable, is biodegradable in a few days. Oh, yeah. Cool. Biodegradable packaging. So I've got 2 different pairs of leggings and a hoodie to look at. So these are Super Sculpt leggings. I got them in a size small, 25-inch length. Fabric does feel nice. I really hope these fit. I kind of looked at their measurements on the website, and fingers crossed they're all right. So they've got a Popflex banding there. I have seen this online before. Like S says small, says stunning. So medium would say marvelous or something. I don't know. I've only got the small sizes, but apparently each size has got like a little word next to it. It's got a little Popflex logo on there. Super deep pockets and no front seam. So they're supposed to be anti-camel toe. So we've got those to try. And then these, I believe I ordered navy, but with crisscross leggings. Different waistband. Yeah, so these are very similar fabric, but they're navy, super deep pockets, no front seam, and crisscross waist. And I also ordered this. I've already got a pink hoodie. Bella's favourite colour is pink, Zara Steinick. So I ordered this, which is the cloud hoodie in lilac. Looks so cute. Oh, look at that. That looks lovely. Small, medium, so magical. Oh, yeah, medium, magical. Magical. Okay, let's try on these bits. So these are the Super Sculpt leggings in black. Yes, no front seam, which is kind of cool. Pockets, which are, oh my gosh, they're really deep. So they go all the way down to here. These are, I'm 5'4", and I got the 25-inch leggings, so they're kind of the right size for me. They feel a little bit more like, slightly more compression on them than the ones I was wearing, but then perhaps that's just because they're new. They're supposed to be squat proof. They are supposed to be squat proof, big pockets, all the things. I've got to say, I do really like these leggings. They are a little bit more money than the ones I bought from Amazon, and they don't have the front seam. So is it worth the extra? I'll have to wash them and wear them a few times, and I will definitely report back in a future vlog. Now let's try the navy ones. So these are the navy crisscross front. I actually like how high they come up. I was a bit worried it'd be like below my belly button. I wouldn't like that, but I quite like these. And again, like the others, really deep pockets. Oh, I don't know, do I prefer the crisscross or the straight across panel? No front seam again. Popflex logo. Question is, what do we think of the hoodie? This is in digital lavender, digital lilac, something like that. It is so magical. Look, it even says so magical on the label inside. This is the cloud. Oh wow. Oh, I like this. This is cool. It's got like quite puffy sleeves. This feels so loungy gorgeous. It's got a huge hood. Not that I do put hoods up in hoodies much, but if I did, wow. So this would compare to, I've got the other hoodie. In fact, of all the stuff I had from Lululemon, when I did that Lululemon versus the dupes haul, I kept the hoodie because I felt the hoodies were a nicer quality than the leggings, and I kept the crossbody bag. So I've got 2 Lululemon hoodies. I've got a black one and a light pink one. These are more expensive than this cloud hoodie from Popflex. But look, it says Popflex on there too. I think I really like this, you know, for like working out or like my working from home. Oh look, it even says Popflex on there. That's so sweet. Yeah, I kind of love this. I feel like it does feel like a cloud. It feels like a big hug for my body. So far, obviously, I've not worn this or washed it or seen how it kind of fares. It doesn't have thumb hooks, but to be honest, I never use those, they annoy me. I haven't worn this for any length of time when I washed it, so I will report back in a future vlog when I've done a bit of a wear and wash test. But so far, Popflex stuff is getting the thumbs up from me. The quality seems to, so far, be living up to the hype. So Will has gone, I'm not sure where they've gone actually. They've gone to do boys things with my husband. And the girls and I have been to have our nails done. So I've just had like really neutral, like I always do. It just like looking polished.
Not me.
Girls. No. Zara's. And Bella.
Who knew this is how you do it? Film me. Set hands. But you show me once.
And now we're actually going to go and meet my auntie for a little bit of lunch.
Oh, girls' lunch.
A girls' lunch. I don't know what's going on with the weather today because it's disgusting. It's supposed to be the summer and it's not. The summer just is not summering. But anyway, enough about that. Enough moaning about the weather. Anyway, up nice and early. Say nice and early. 4:15, my alarm went off. And then I got up with Will. We filmed a video for my Disney channel, checking in for our Disney cruise. Some more stuff did arrive for that actually, so I'll show you that a bit later on. And then I got a bit of work done. I am liking, during the summer, I switch up my morning routine a little bit to kind of make it work for our days a bit better. So normally, if you've seen my morning routine videos, I'll get up and then I'll do like mat workout, like yoga or Pilates or something first thing, and then I'll go on my walking pad treadmill and get some work done. But I find the children, the girls especially, quite like joining in with my workouts, so that's something I can easily do with them. It's basically just easier to work when they're asleep. I can be more productive than to do like mat work exercise when they're asleep because they can do that with me. So I switch it around a bit in the summer and I just get up generally, obviously this morning I had to film a video, but generally I will get up before them and just get on my walking pad and just bash out as much work as I can. And that way, if the rest of the day just goes a bit productivity work wise, it doesn't matter, I've got lots done. Anyway, now for a little, I can't call it summer house. I cannot call it summer house because we're not even having a summer this year. So we're going to call it garden room. A little garden room update. First, we're going to skip back a few days so you can see what's been happening, and then we'll join me back today in a few moments, and we'll see what's happening next. So is this getting plastered today?
It is.
Not drunk, like actual plaster on the wall.
Actual plaster. Pinking out.
Pinking out, okay. And then painting.
And then painting.
And then skirtings, and then floor, or then floor, then skirtings?
Painting, couple of coats, flooring, skirtings, paint the skirtings, done.
Done! Well then we
Storage
do
or
storage
whatever you
and
do with it,
deck or whatever. It's looking cool though. So we've got some pipe, is this for lights? I don't know, there's some cords there. There's going to be sockets down here. Sockets here, that's going to have a windowsill on it. A light switch. The window's already in, the windows are in. Somebody, not mentioning names, Daddy Force drawn on the wall. We've got holes in the ceiling for spotlights. What's going to be in this cable thing? This thing hanging out the wall?
That's a little fuse box going in there.
A fuse box, I see. Okay, a fuse box, excellent. So we are thinking if we put some storage, like just a calyx there, we can put some of the kids' toys and things in there, and then another one in that corner, and then we won't see it or anything, but as we come in it's kind of like hidden out the way for some of their board games and just stuff they want to play out here. Yes, the garden furniture can go in here, and more than anything, the cushions. The cushions are the bane of my life, aren't they?
Yes, and mine.
And yours,
The
because
big
they
bag of cushions.
massive bag of cushions.
Like
which normally live in your shed, in the way, so that's going out. So having ceiling plastered, then you can do these lights once the plastering's done.
That's right.
Cool. Or once the painting's done.
Tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, get the lights in,
Cool.
sockets on, consuming in.
Exciting. And at the moment, what we've got, like
Nice.
concrete on the floor.
Concrete floor.
And we'll have something similar to what we've got in the house on the floor. Not necessarily the same colour, but something similar,
Yeah,
like
like a-
composition.
Laminate or an LVT or something.
It's really hard wearing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the children are battering it. Exciting! It's looking good. Well done, darling. Back to the present day. So we're going to go outside and take a little look. I haven't actually been out to have a look, but apparently the plastering's all done. And we've also got some flooring selected to go down in there. Let me see the order. I think my husband said it needs to be painted, then electrics, then floor, then skirtings, then paint the skirtings, then it's done. I'm not sure. We'll check when we speak to him if I got that right. So before I show you the flooring, this is the ridiculously large bag of cushions. See all these seats out here? We've got 2 sets of seating. So there's 4 of those little chairs and 2 of these kind of double chairs. And these are all the cushions, which normally we don't know where to put them. So normally they get dumped in the shed, in my husband's shed for like his work stuff, and never brought out, or left in the house in my way. So I'm really excited that they're just going to live on the seats in the garden room. That's going to be kind of cool. So the flooring that we've gone for, so I understand that the version we've gone for is like this, which is super hard wearing, but in this grey colour, just for a little bit of difference, for a little bit of a change. So after the painting, this is what we're going to be having. So exciting. So I've made a dash through the rain into the garden room, which is sounding really echoey because obviously it is just an echoey box, but it is plastered. The noise you can hear is this electric fan heater attempting to dry it out. See, normally in the summer this would dry out, like that. In fact, if this was last week, this would have dried out so quickly, but since this has been plastered, it's been damp and cold and rainy, which isn't what you want for drying out plaster. So the wires sticking out for the fuse box are still there. We've still got switch wires sticking out. The plasterer has plastered around the holes for the sockets. Oh, and there are holes in the ceiling for where the lights are going to go. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spotlights going in here. That'd be nice. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite nice if we put most of the garden furniture in here. I don't know what to do about maybe a little table for the children to like draw and colour on, whether to just bring one of the little IKEA tables in. I have got those pink ones, and we've got grey and pink cushions, so that's dark and more chocolatey grey for the garden furniture. So I've got one of those pink tables that was in Zara's room. That might work for colouring, because the girls, let's face it, they just want to come in here and colour. That's all they want to do. And Will wants to come in here and play board games. I have got that like box thing from the garden furniture that some of the cushions can live in, but it's not like watertight enough to leave it outside. They go damp and yucky. It'll be fine in here. So painting happening in here today, and then hopefully in the next update this will look totally different. Perhaps the flooring could be going down. That would be very cool, wouldn't it? I do need to do a little IKEA order for some bits that we want for in here, some storage. I just want it to be kind of like, say, board games, art supplies. I want to put together like a little art carrier things for kids. Maybe we could come out here to do homework, and it'd be like, rather than like, oh, go do homework, be like, oh, let's go and do some nice homework in some nice tranquil space. I don't know. I mean, they have got a desk in the playroom, but I think this place has been horrible for a bit. If I'm honest, I think my husband built this just so we could come here and escape when the children are noisy. And here is the man of the hour. I was just debating, did you build this place as a place for you to hide in when the children are too noisy? Yes or no? Honest answer?
That's a good idea.
It's why you did it, wasn't it? A little bit. Why are you sanding the wall?
Just getting a bit of the plaster we used is awesome.
Okay.
We still get a little bit of fluff in the corners, so we just take that out.
Fluff in the corners.
Yeah,
Is the fact that the dryer fan heater thing's on suggesting that you would have assumed this would dry like loads quicker by now, and it's
it
sort
was
of not
sunny
at all?
in there a couple of days ago.
It was lovely, and it's just grey and gross now.
No, it's not. So
So are all these bits that are a different colour not dry?
no, it's pretty dry.
It's fine, is it?
Some of the darker stuff isn't quite there yet.
Okay. Is that why the heating's still on?
But
Okay, so what are we looking at time scale now? Because you want me to do an IKEA order, but when do you want it for? Like when are you going to be ready to put stuff in here?
oh man, I'm going to be.
So painting takes
I can
how
paint
long?
the
2
ceiling.
days? 1 day? How long? I mean,
Right, I can paint the ceiling today. Well, I can paint it all today.
Okay.
Give it a mist coat.
I used to think
Then-
that was a mist, as in like a hit or miss coat,
No.
not a mist of. It's
a mist.
MIST,
It's a watered down coat, so it soaks in the glass, so it
Okay.
gives a good base to the next coat.
not a hit or miss coat.
Then I'll give it another coat later.
Yeah.
Definitely get the ceiling done, so I'll put the lights in the ceiling,
Go.
and I'll put the consumer unit on, and
Does that mean fuse box?
I'll put a couple of coats in the walls,
Just consume unit
consumer
fuse
unit,
box.
the corner, yeah, the fuse box.
Okay.
Then I'll put the back boxes in for the sockets, wire them in, leave them off the wall slightly, put the floor down, put the skirtings on, finish the coat of the walls, and
Okay.
then finish the skirtings and job done.
So what are we looking at timing wise
Good
then?
one.
Guesstimation.
A couple of days.
Couple of days. Okay.
Flooring's there, and then we've got the flooring.
So the kids have an activity tonight. Are we going to do date night, or do you want to do this?
Because
Because when you get like,
me.
okay, well I don't know. See, when you get your like teeth into a project, it's all you want to do, isn't it?
As you know, I just like painting immensely.
He does dislike painting immensely.
But if I wait for painter, then
It'll be next summer.
it'll just be a couple of weeks probably, won't it?
Okay. I mean, it is a small room.
It's not a big one, so I'm going to get my Bibber brace on,
Excellent.
my painting whites on.
Okay.
Even though I do dislike painting, I've still got the
You still got
Yeah.
the gear, all the
All
gear,
the gear,
and
no
some
idea.
idea. Yeah.
no idea. So.
Oh well, I've got a fun job today. I've got to do the back to school stock take with the children who really, really don't want to.
Well, then I'm starting to like painting.
You are. There's gonna be less moaning in here than there is in there. But I have told them they can't have new pencil cases for school till it's done. So there you go. Right.
Get out of
I'm
here,
leaving you
you
to it.
can.
I'm gonna make a dash for it in the rain. So now we're in Will's room because we've had a bit of a rethink. Partly because of actually some stuff that you guys said in the comments. So when we went to IKEA, you didn't actually come with me, did you?
No, I didn't.
You were in an activity. So we went to IKEA, and the original talk was about putting the room back as I originally wanted it when you moved in. Now bear in mind, when we moved in, how old were you? You were in year 3? You're in year 7 now, so you were quite little.
Yeah.
You were quite small. So you were like Zara's age.
Yeah.
So what I wanted originally was a high bed all across the end, and then this wardrobe down here. Daddy didn't do that. He put the wardrobe in a different place. So we're not gonna focus on that right now. We're gonna focus on that right now. But anyway, there was talk of moving the wardrobe to down here, but that means quite a lot of work. So it's removing all the built-in wardrobe, the carpentry, and then ultimately changing the carpet and everything. Like, it was a big job, wasn't it? And that was fine. We were going to do that. But then a few of you were like, wow, he's getting so tall. And let's just talk about it. Stop. I'm going to stop feeding you. Anyway.
That's illegal.
I know. I'm not actually going to stop feeding you, baby. But just please, just slow down. Mummy's just slow down a little bit. Tiny bit. Anyway, a lot of you said, isn't he going to be really, really tall soon and going to struggle on a high bed? And the ceilings are reasonably high. But then I thought, if we think of how tall Dylan is, he'd probably manage getting up and down on the bed. I just didn't like the idea of you banging your head on the ceiling, which might end up happening. So we've had a bit of a rethink. So now what we're thinking is we want to make it a bit less tunnely. So the original idea of this bed was he's had space to play underneath. But then if you think of year 3, you were more like playing dinosaurs on the floor, weren't you? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You don't really do that now. You're more like chilling. So we're thinking if we get rid of this bed and replace it with a bed like Bella's got, so it will be lower, so we'll lose 4 Kallax cubes under there, but at the moment you kind of climb under your bed and go and sit on there, but I think you're just getting so big, you're going to struggle, aren't you? Yeah. You're going to struggle. So if we get rid of this and replace it with an ottoman bed, so Bella's got a bed that does side lifting and you have the same, then you've got extra storage under the bed and a bit more kind of breathing space, a bit less tunnely. So that would mean we won't have to move all of this. My husband did offer, in all fairness, to rip out the wardrobe, move it down here. But I feel that the benefit would have been if we had a high bed, we would have gained a desk space, a footprint, because the desk would have been under the high bed. So the equivalent of that much space would have been gained. Talk to me about your thoughts.
I like that. I personally think it'd be good to have a bed I can just jump on and just...
So you can kind of use it like a sofa to just like chill out on.
Rather than having to waste my energy climbing up, I can just sort of jump on it and sleep.
The other thing is when it's warm, we make up the underneath bed, don't we?
Yeah.
Because you find it that bit too hot sleeping higher up. So which would be even worse if it was even higher. So what we're going to need to do is have a massive sort out of this room. So we're going to have to empty out that unit under there. This is not a today job, by the way. We've got other stuff to do today. But empty out all of that. Then we can sort things in an organised way once the bed arrives, if that's what we're going to do, into the ottoman. And then we can declutter some of all this.
Yeah.
And perhaps tidy up some of this and like, I don't know, maybe you could move some of this stuff into some higher up ones. And I don't know.
Just anything.
Just
really,
organise,
like...
just reorganise.
Yeah.
So it will feel different and refreshed in here. Are you happy with that plan, if that's what we go with?
Yes, it's a good plan.
It's a good plan. I'm glad you like the plan. Well, let's have a little chat while I procrastinate what I should be doing. Some things I wanted to talk to you guys about. I still haven't had a prescription for my ADHD medication. I still haven't had any update on my ECG. If you missed that, I mean, if you missed the whole story, then there's a whole place explaining my whole ADHD journey. But the short version is I'm supposed to be prescribed medication for ADHD. I had an ECG. And at my last meeting, they had concerns about something on my ECG, something about a PR interval. I'm not even sure. I don't know. I'm not a cardiologist and I've given up consulting Dr. Google because, let's face it, it's very much doom and gloom when you do that. So I phoned up. They won't give me any answers over the phone, but I have got an appointment. Well, I had a text message to say I had an appointment. And I phoned up and I said, I've had a text message to say I've got an appointment coming up. And the very rude lady on the phone was like, we don't send text messages. Like, well, I've got one. Can you just check, please? She's like, oh, you have got an appointment. So can you tell me what it's about? No, I can't. Okay. I was like, well, I was told I'd just be posted the prescription. We don't post prescriptions. Okay. Well, that's what the doctor said. The doctor wouldn't have said that. Like, okay, but she did. So anyway, I wasn't getting anywhere with her at all. I've got an appointment coming up. I don't know what this is about. I'm assuming it's to say your ECG is fine. Hoping your ECG is fine. Here's a prescription. And then I guess I just try it. And I was really like, I don't need medication. But then I've always said, if you need something for something you can't see, like if you're depressed, don't be like, oh, I don't want to take antidepressants. Because if you had diabetes, you wouldn't be like, I don't want to take insulin. So I know this is not exactly the same thing, but I don't know how much of a difference it would make or how much I struggle until I try it, if you know what I mean. So it's like how much of what I do could be so much easier. Anyway, I just thought it would be silly not to try. So I'm going to go and see what they have to say. And I'd actually quite like to know what's going on with my ECG as well. So that's that. Slight Pop Flex update. I've been wearing this hoodie this morning. I love it. I actually way prefer it to my Lululemon hoodies. The shape on it, it just feels, it's called a cloud. It feels like a hug. I'm obsessed. The leggings are really nice too, although the crisscross waistband I'm not so sure about. I'm wearing the crisscross ones today. They're not like full on falling down, but they've definitely slipped down from where I put them on this morning, and you can now see my belly button if I don't pull them up. So I think I might prefer the non-crisscross ones because they're the ones I normally wear. Oh, I have got some stuff that's arrived. I said I'd show you for the Pixie Dust, didn't I? Pixie Dust is like something like a Disney thing in Disney parks on the Disney ship, and it's like gifting little things to other guests or cast members that have really brightened your day. So I bought some more of these bags that we've had before, and some sweets. I am still waiting for the little circle thank you sweets, which are like a stick of rock that have been sliced up, but they're all individually wrapped. So I'm still waiting for those, so we can't do these yet. But I have bought this massive sack of these Swizzle sweets, and I've got Love Hearts. I've got 2 bags of those. There's 100 packs of Love Hearts and a massive box of these, so I've just got 100 bags of those as well. So when those final sweets arrive, we'll do what we did last time, which is make a little production line, and then put those goodie bags ready together for pixie dusting so they can be packed to go on our trip. All of the vlogs for that will be over on my Mummy of 4 Does Disney channel. So if you enjoy trip vlogs, Disney vlogs, cruise vlogs, that kind of thing, make sure you're following over there. The girls have also been making bracelets. They've got so many of those now, so those will be fun for them to give out too. The podcast, I think, is going to have to take a little hiatus over the summer because balance. So obviously one of the weeks in the summer we're away, so I won't be doing any, I say work, I'll be filming, but that's not like work really, you know. I won't be doing any, for me work is like turning on the computer and, you know, editing and doing stuff. So I won't be doing any of that when we're away at all, just backing up footage. I might edit a couple of reels or something, you know, nothing major, but I won't be doing, you know, editing for weekly vlogs or anything. So that's 1 week out of the summer gone. And then obviously I just want to spend some time with the children. So I've still got 2 videos a week I'm going to try and get out for my main channel, and obviously my 1 Disney video. What I might do is some lives on a Tuesday night, because the children have still got an activity on a Thursday, but on a Tuesday night I might just do lives for a few of the weeks. It's a nice change for me to mix up and do lives. And also obviously I don't have to edit those, so I might do those just to give me a little bit of breathing space over the summer, but still bring in content. But the podcast, I think, might just be the straw that breaks the camel's back if I try and do that, because that makes it my 4th video of the week. And I know the video might only be, maybe it's 20 minutes long, maybe it's 40 minutes long, but they take a really long time to put together, especially the Disney ones. So yeah, the podcast will definitely be back in September, but not until September, because I'm just trying to achieve this balance. And I think balance has to look like not getting everything done every day, like some days being really productive and okay, the children have just kind of played and we've not really gone anywhere and done anything exciting, and other days where I'm like really with them and really invested and, you know, really present. And like when we're away, obviously I'm with them most of the time, and it's lovely, and we're sharing those magical memories. And for the record, nobody worry, I do get messages every now and again saying, oh Ree, why don't you give yourself a break and put the camera down? It's like, I do when we're away. It feels like from the video that I'm sharing absolutely everything, but obviously I'm not. So out of 24 hours, I mean, some days I've filmed for 3 or 4 hours of footage, but obviously that's just like a couple minutes, seconds here, you know, it's all strung together. I do enjoy the trips, even with the filming, and doing the filming means we can go. And to be honest, if I put the camera down, the children are like, Mummy, you need to film this because I want to remember it. Nobody worry. I do enjoy the filming. It's that's lovely. The editing's quite hard work. I do quite enjoy the filming. When we're away, anyway, I'm really present with them, really doing loads of things. And I think I've just got to realise that when we're at home in the summer, some days are going to be like, yay, mummy days, and other days are going to be like, I hope you've played mostly amongst yourselves kind of days while I'm trying to get on with things. And I think approaching the trip, I'll have a few more head down with work days, because obviously I've got to make sure everything to go out while we're away. So I think that's what balance has to look like. It doesn't have to look like achieving perfect balance every day. It's like some days are more of this, some days are more of that, and that's all good and that's all fine. And that is something a balance I'm still trying to strike every year. It's a work in progress, but I think I'm getting a little bit better at it. And I think it's partly about learning to be kind to myself, thinking what I have managed to achieve rather than beating myself up. So on my summer bucket list, I think I really wanted, I wasn't going to tackle Will's room. We were going to maybe tackle Will's room in September, because the plan was going to be to strip his room totally, which was going to be really stressful, to strip every scrap of everything out of his room so that the carpet could be ripped up and everything could be redone. With this new plan, if that's what we decide to go to, it won't be so dramatic. So I will have to like empty a lot of it out. I can just dump it in my room, but it won't be like absolutely everything and all the furniture's got to come out in order to do the carpet. So I'd like to sort Will's room and declutter that. Zara's still unsure if she wants a new bed. She's worried about having a higher bed in case she falls off. She hasn't fallen out of bed for quite some time, but she is quite a regular sleeper, so she's not sure, which is why we're going to do Will's room before hers while she's still having a think. Obviously I've got to pack for our trip, and in fact we've got a press trip we're going on the weekend after we get off the cruise. So what I'm going to have to do when I pack for the trip, and the press trip's actually going to be at the UK theme park mini vlog series, and it's going to be for this channel. So what I'm going to have to do is pack for everything. So I'll pack everything for the cruise, and then I think I'll pack separate packing cubes and leave them in a stack at home, and then I'll just like whip out the dirty clothes and chuck in the packing cubes, and then we're good to go to packing again. I think my other kind of bucket list stuff for this summer is to just keep the cogs moving, but not try and overachieve or strive to get ahead. It's not a time, I feel, not a season through the summer when I've got the children home to try and get ahead, just to kind of do what I can to keep things moving work-wise, rather than be like, I'm going to launch a new product or add new whatever. Having said that, I did put out bonus videos this week, so that's totally going against what I'm saying, but And that's my plan, to just not try and push ahead, but try and just keep things going. I think my other bucket list stuff is to just really enjoy the summer. That sounds really basic and really cliche, but that's what I'm hoping to kind of do, really, to try and just enjoy the summer as best I can. Of course, the other stuff I've got to do is all the back to school prep, but we're not doing any back to school purchases until we've done the back to school stock take, which is the thing I am procrastinating doing. I'm talking to you instead of going to do that because I don't want to do it. I'm really putting it off, and really the only way that I am going to be able to do it is by pulling everything out and making a mess, which I've realised is probably an ADHD thing. I'm procrastinating because I don't want to do it, and then tip everything out because I know it's the only way to stop myself from going bored and I'm walking away, because I cannot walk away if I've tipped everything all over the floor. So that's a strategy, a very aggressive strategy that I developed myself quite some years ago, to make myself do things. Who knows, maybe with medication I wouldn't need to do that. Who knows? We'll have to just wait and see. Anyway, enough dilly-dallying. I'm now going to go and do the back to school stock take, where we check what the children have currently got. I've got printables. We're going to go through all that. So I'm going to print off the printables, go through everything that they've got, see what they need, and then we'll have a much shorter, more concise shopping list, which will save a bit of money. So if you want to watch that video, that is on screen now. And another video I think you may enjoy. Check out my Patreon for some really content. Like, subscribe, do the YouTubey things, and I'll see you guys in the next one.